Hi everyone, welcome back. Yes, it's another color video situation, I guess. So we went to Five and Below where we were looking for one thing in particular I wanted to go and get. But we were walking around and the big roommate, whenever we go to these stores, he acts like he's never seen a store like this in his entire life. So we end up spending about 50 minutes. Actually, we spent like a whole hour in the Five and Below store. He was looking at everything like he was amazed at all the junk that they had. So I went in there for one thing. We ended up leaving out with $30 worth of stuff. So not a lot, but it took forever. The little roommate had to. It was just a crazy day. Anyway, I usually look in their book section because when I lived in Maryland, they had a better book section, in my opinion. And it was a long time ago when I lived in Maryland. It was a lot less expensive, I guess I could say. The books were like $1. You know, they were comparable to maybe Dollar Tree. Now they cost $5. Okay, everything's Five and Below. I get it. This right here is Kaleidoscope Coloring Mermaids and More. And it's by, oh, excuse me, Hinkler. So if you go here, hinkler.com, I went online to look this up before I purchased it, and this thing is like $20. So that's why I got it. So you see all this, these things on here, and then you get this fun little, you get 4 pastel markers, 2 glitter glues, and over 30 images. So when you open it up, it has this. I think once I finish with this, I'm going to repurpose this fold. I think I'll make a, yes, I'm going to repurpose this because I'm going to take this out and get rid of it. So I haven't opened this portion up, but it has a silver pen, silver glitter, pink glitter, and 4 little pastel colors, orangey pink or peachy, purple, green, and blue. Right, I set those backwards. And then you have this beautiful, let's see if I can do this. All right, come through chipboard. Right, did it tear? I hope not. This little book, now the pages in here are rather flimsy, but I wanted to show you some of the images. And what I did was I pulled out the ones that I really liked, because I want to color one. So here we go. All right, so this one, I really want to show you one. I'm like, yes, this is definitely with the times, I guess you could say. This one, I love this one. It doesn't have to be like a mermaid, but you can see they threw in the ocean and keys, different random things that you would think may be in the ocean from people. Like this is a fish, kind of. If you look at it, it's upside down, but it has like an eye and a mouth. Or it could kind of be a narwhal, but the mouth is a little bit different. But this looks like a fish, and I set the heart, and it has flowers and random stuff here. But this really could just be a regular lady. And you see a sailboat. She's beautiful. I love how they did her eyes. Very pretty. Then this little mermaid, I guess she's the princess. You see her water crown, and she has a whole bunch of narwhals just hanging out, chilling. Some starfish, etc. These 2 girls probably are trouble right here. This young lady and this one, you can see she's probably the oldest because her crown is a little bit bigger than hers. Or she's a modest teen, I don't know. This one right here looks like she's lost. She's sinking, but I love how they have all her hair all over the place. And then this one, I pulled out the ones with faces, like bigger, larger faces. And when I do color the mermaids, usually I color them like different colors, but I'm going to pick a regular color, like a normal skin tone, and color them up. But this girl right here, she is about her money. You see this? She got a coin purse. Like, she's like, I'm about my money. Let me get some coins. And she's dropping coins in there. You see that? She's about her coins, right? So this one has seashells, all kinds of random shells. And then I love how they did her fin. And this even has money in here, a little eye or whatever. So I thought she was cute, very whimsical. I like this one as well. Very quote-unquote traditional mermaid. And I like how they have the little seashells in her hair. This, now is it this one? No, I think it's one more I tore out. Maybe it's this one. But she reminds me of Moana. You know, the lady in the water that, well, if you haven't seen it, then you should see it. But it's a big lady in the end of the, like in the ocean. I think it's her. No, it's this one coming up. I love her. I'm not sure why she has a swan or a duck. So I don't understand this. Is supposed to be a mermaid. Maybe she's quote unquote Mother Nature. I don't know. She has this butterfly, this little bird right here, and lots of flowers. I want to color her up as well. I like this one as well, more traditional. She has a lot of jewelry on, lots of shells, and she's on the phone getting ready to make a phone call. I guess that's how they make phone calls underwater. I don't know, I just made that up. And then this one right here is really pretty as well. Another scene that could be from Moana. I love it. The one thing I'll say that the paper is very, very not colorable in my opinion. Now this lady right here, I know these are supposed to be mermaids, but she looks like she can really go to a party. Like, look at her hair. It's all woof, voluminous, right? And she has on this outfit, and I'm guessing it's supposed to be water, but it doesn't look like water. It looks like a silky blouse that's kind of like see-through. So, you know, Brandy cannot do that. I'm going to have to make it one solid color, maybe very light. Because I think if I was to try to do that see-through type of situation, I would have to color her skin first. And then just around the edges, maybe come in with the color that I would think I would want her dress to be. And then she has this top. I like this. I actually like dresses like that when I had less volume of a body. Anyway, so those are the pictures that I actually pulled out. I thought those would be cool to color up. So I will be coloring all of these pages, not these particular pages, because I need to keep them. But I'm going to pick one and come right back. I picked the picture, but before we get started, you know, you have these 4 colors, and I understand that it's only 4 colors, but I think they tried to do a really, really good job of showing you what you could do with the colors that came in the kit, except for the yellow. It's no yellow in here, but like right here, you have some glitter going on, and here some of the splotches have glitter on them, and then, you know, these colors are kind of what that is. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and get started. I am going to use a combination of colors. I'll try to let you know what I'm using. I'm using alcohol markers. Hopefully this printer ink doesn't run. I made a copy because it's a little bit more thicker to use, you know, with markers or whatever. It's just regular Georgia Pacific paper. Also, I'm going to be using some Staedtler crayon color pencils maybe. And then I may use some glitter. I think I will use glitter around here when I finish coloring. I think I'll go back in over the lines and coloring. I'm not going to use any of the stuff that came out of the packet yet. So while we're coloring, I do want to say that, do I think this is worth it? Do I think that it's worth $5? I would say I wish it was cheaper. Maybe $3. I still got it. But I really wish that it was a little bit cheaper because the paper's thin, and they don't give you multiples of the paper. They only give you 1 page, and the paper's, you know, rather small, but you can tear it out. And, you know, I don't know if they intended on letting you make copies of it, but, you know, I did that. So I'm all about makeup lately, right? Not really. I just, want to give her a little bit more depth, right? And I don't really know how to wear makeup. My mom was very good at makeup application when I was a young child. She was fabulous, like in every sense of the word. When I was younger, she did a lot of stuff. All right, so I want to do a triangle because you see how I wanted to make it look kind of like fishy. I really need to try alcohol, not alcohol. That would be good too. I mean, like to sip on. No, I need to print out some watercolors and try those. Because if I'm not going to use them, I might as well not keep them. All right, so kind of look like a fish or her eye, I don't know. And now let me just take a sponge. It's yellow and green already on here. And blend that in. Yep. All right. So we're going to use this pink salmon, which is my favorite skin tone for one of my favorite skin tones when I'm using natural skin tone. I don't know why. I just think it matches pretty decently. I don't have to worry about blending, shading, and doing all this other stuff. And I picked her because I felt like she would be easy to color up really quickly. I mean, she only has like 4 or 5 flowers in her hair and lots of hair. And then her face. I do like to, I realized that I'm liking coloring a lot more, like images. I don't mind coloring flowers and things like that, but I do love to, I love coloring in general. So, you know, it's no big deal to just color. Now the question is, would I buy another book like that? No, I would not. Not for $5. Because I have so many other ones, and even the big woman was like, you don't need this. You have all these other books. And he is absolutely right. But I don't have a mermaid specific color book. I even went on Pinterest yesterday to see, you know, some of the images they had that I could probably find that was free. And I found a few. But either I don't know how to print paper out properly, but the images were a little bit blue. So I have to figure out why it does that. Because at first I was doing black and white and it was coming out okay. And then I was like, you know, do color. So I guess it pulled some of that cyan and made it their own little black and white picture. But the image that I printed from, and I don't even know if I'll use that one, it was blurry. Like the image itself was blurry. I'm just going over my streaks so that they don't look so streaky. You know, it would have been nice if they would have gave her a little necklace or something, right? But with this image, I do plan on cutting her out. I'm working on something for a project that I want to try and, you know, complete by the end of the year. Just over time, I want to do like a collage of all of my colored pages. And I think I'm going to give it to my aunt for Christmas because she likes some of the stuff that I do. Not only that, but, you know, she's a big supporter of me since my mom has been gone. Not only that, but my aunt has always supported my craziness. I guess because we're closer in age. You know, she was 16 when I was born, so. But not really, because my aunt still likes to lay down the law and be like, I'm your aunt. You know, I'm the oldest. And I'm like, don't you forget it, because that's what my mom told her like a few months before she passed away. She's like, you're her aunt. Don't you forget it. So I'm going to color this right here. You can see it kind of looks splotchy. And what I do like to do sometimes is take my colors. And like I have a color pencil that's similar to this, and I will run over it. Or I'll do the color pencil first and then run over that, which is cool. All right, so that's what we have going on right there. And for this, I'm going to use a different marker. All right, so I want to do this in soft purple. Hopefully it's soft enough to accept, because I think for her hair, I'm gonna make it yellow. I hope. Have you ever heard of Creative Bug? And if you have, do you watch it? I watched a few of the ladies create a few things. It's very interesting. I like it. I don't think that some of the things that's on the market is really represented represented there. And you know, sometimes it's not good for crafters to not see some of the things that they enjoy using or seeing not be represented, because it could just leave, in my opinion, a bad taste in your mouth. So for me, when things don't include some of the things that I like, I don't tend to, you know, subscribe, buy, use, frequent those areas, only because you're really not representing my taste, what I like, and what I would want in my, you know, in my collection. So they are very, I mean, you know, very good at the things that you're looking for. And most people are, unfortunately, we are all on the same bandwagon lately. And when I say we, I mean like the not economy, but the stores that are selling us stuff. Like all the stores are selling the same thing, you know, Cricut Maker, Cricut this, Cricut that, Silhouette this, Silhouette that. I know Michael's used to have scan and cut stuff. Now it's online. And I get it. No one really likes scan and cut. It's not as easy to use as the Cricut Maker. It's not this, it's not that. But what about the people that do have it? I don't want to have to go to the sewing store to get my brother products. But I do like buying things and touching them. So, you know, I don't know. It seems like they have a lot of the same stuff lately in all the stores. I really wish that we had a local scrapbook store. This is a Spectrum Noir marker, soft purple. These are Staedtler crayons, color pencils. I want to just say we purchased this coloring book, and I'm just doing this with my own. No one asked me to do it. You know, it's my own money. I don't work for Five and Below. I would never really want to work at Five and Below. I'll be broke. Because they have so many like cutesy little things. We saw these t-shirts. And I was like, I'm going to make one of those. And the big woman was like, wouldn't it be cheaper just to buy the shirt? I was like, I already have the t-shirts. And I already have like the stuff to make the t-shirts. So no, it wouldn't be. Because, you know, I already have it in my quote-unquote inventory. So I don't really consider that losing money. And plus, I found that Five and Below t-shirts, whenever I purchased them when I was smaller, you know, after 1 or 2 washes, they were like toddler size. So, but that's just me. I wonder why this is not, I'm going to make this a flower, I guess. Because you, well, no, it's supposed to be like that. Okay, never mind. Okay. So, yeah. But, oh, you know, overall, for the most part of crafting, we have a new, in our area, they're building up a new little shopping center, because it's so far, like, you know, when people say you live in the sticks or the boonies, when I moved here, was nothing here but a Shell station, like one Shell station. And you have to drive really far to go to other spots. But now they have 2 Shells, like within a minute apart. One is the old school Shell, and one is a new Shell, and it has like, it's like a mega mall Shell. It has a Whataburger, which everyone loves here except for Brandy. I do not like Whataburger. I am a Texan, so don't ask me to prove it, but I just don't like Whataburger. It used to be much more delicious when I was growing up, and now I just don't like the taste. It tastes like everything is cooked in the same grease, in my opinion. But you know, you can make your own opinion. And if you haven't had Whataburger, maybe you'll leave me a comment and say, I love it. And plus I don't eat beef anymore, so maybe that's why. The chicken, I don't know. Anyway, they have Whataburger, they have a donut store, they have a liquor store, they have a lot of stuff there, so they are building up. Anyway, they have a Michael's that they just built in a shopping center. I'm hoping that they'll throw a Tuesday morning there. I don't have to drive as far as I normally do to go to Tuesday morning. But they have Tuesday, they have Michael's, they have TJ Maxx, They have Ross, they have Home Goods, they have PetSmart, uh, Skechers, is it Skechers? And Famous Footwear. So they have like 2 shoe stores. Ulta is coming. Bath and Body Works is coming. So they have a lot of things. But if you drive 20 minutes down the line or 10 minutes down the road, it's the same stuff. Like nothing's unique, nothing's different. I really wish we would embrace scrapbook stores more, and maybe someone would come here to San Antonio. I think that's the problem. You know, in scrapbook stores, there's a lot of variety, a lot more variety than what Michael's is giving you. The scrapbook store in New Braunfels, when I went, she had so much stuff like Doodlebug Design, a lot of Graphic 45, Tim Holtz, Stampendous, you know, just whatever craft you name, she had. So I didn't have to worry about going online to any of the scrapbook stores that I made purchase from. She even had the little tiny clear house mouse stamps. I'm not sure if you guys seen that, but last year they released a little line. It's like minis. They're like this big. Super cute. And she had them for $3, $2.99, $3. I thought that was a good deal, but I had already spent a whole bunch of money, so I was like, I'll just have to come back and, you know, get them as needed. So I picked out my favorite ones that they had, and yeah, and she has she has so many different unique things in the store that, you know, it almost makes the trip worth it. But I can't drive to New Braunfels every time I want to get a new thing. And, you know, stamps, different stamp companies. You know, when you go to Michael's, I've never seen Graphic 45 at Michael's. Never. I haven't been crafting a long, long time. So maybe they had it before and then they stopped selling it there. But I've never seen it there. I don't think I've ever seen Doodlebug Design. And 2 years ago was the first time I ever saw, what's the name of that company? Mama Elephant there. And then I had read a comment that's like, oh, it's Mama Elephant, but it's not the same quality of Mama Elephant that I'm used to. And I realized that a lot of people, once companies get more popular and more famous, I think some of them, not saying it's Mama Elephant, but some companies change their sources and it's not as good as it once was. You know, we get what we pay for. So, all right, I'm gonna find a yellow color and come back for her hair. Okay, so I've decided not to make her hair traditional. I'm gonna go with some pinks, different pinks. Also, I want to just show you something really quickly before I even get into that. As you can see, in some of her skin, this marker, in my opinion, leaves it kind of splotchy. So all you gotta do is take a color pencil, like I said, that's close to the skin tone or even is the skin tone or whatever color you're looking for, and just color over it. It's not gonna hurt because the markers are blender markers, and then the color pencils are blenders as well. You can blend in, as you can see, no big deal. And then if you really are crazy about making sure that there's no splotchiness, you can go back over it again with your marker. It's which I did in some parts of her skin that were splotchy to me. So you just take this like we just colored right here, right? And just run it over. And since it's the same color, it's not going to hurt it. And it's not going to hurt your image. It's not going to hurt whatever you're coloring. It's just going to fix where you don't like. And like, so right here, I colored in her neck a little bit, or her chest. She got a lot of hair. A lot of hair. I'm almost nervous to color it. I should just leave it storm-like, right? So like right there. So even right here, I didn't line it properly. And of course, you can always keep going over and over your work. You know, you may need thicker paper because eventually you will tear your paper if you keep messing with it. But that's how you can fix the splotchiness. And like right here, I don't like this part. You know, I really don't think she should be skin toned, but I think some of these images were definitely designed to be skin toned. She looks, and I don't think I'm going to use her as a quote unquote mermaid. So I'm just, what am I doing? Following the flow of the lines that they have created for this lady's hair. I feel, and I could be wrong, but I feel like the Spectrum Noir markers, even though I think some of them are mislabeled, probably will do a lot better than the Firefly markers, but we're going to see. Because as you can see, it's still some splotchiness in there, and that is definitely operator, not the marker. Even with the skin tone, as you can see, it's all blended fairly decently, and every time I see a spot, I just want to take my color pencil and go in there and color it up. I could have gave her some blush, right? No, we're not though. So what are you looking most forward to in crafting this? I saw a post on Facebook that they said they're going to be doing a craft day every day on HSN. And a lot of people was like, yay and no. I think that I probably won't watch every craft day every month. And not only that, are you really making products every X amount of days? Because I'm not sure if you all notice, I use a lot of butterflies in my projects because I have about 1 million of them. And I'm butterflied out, honestly. Like, I'm just like, pick another insect, right? I don't care about these wisp, however they go. I guess I don't know how she got her hair to do this. I just don't know. But I'm going to pretend like none of it's like water behind. Like this right here is just hair. I'm not going to try to color in one speckle or 2 or 3 speckles of water. Because I can't be bothered with that. I don't want to do that. I don't want to do that. I don't want to. I just don't want to. I don't want to. I don't want to at all. Yep, I don't want to do that. So anyway, what do you think about that? Craft day one day every month. I think a lot of people, may miss something on whatever day they do the original craft day, and then when they rewatch it, they try to go back and order it, and it's not in stock. Have to be careful. You see, I think I may cut that part off when I get ready to cut this lady out and put her on something. So I think that could be a purpose, that's why they're doing it. But at the same time, some of these people spend lots and lots of money. And, you know, if you have a lot of money like that, that's fine. I'm not saying don't spend your money on craft stuff. Spend your money on whatever you want to spend it on. But I think some of the stuff that they sell as well is very expensive. And I don't think all of it's worth that money. Because I purchased some things from HSN in the clearance section that was originally very expensive. I'm just going over the lighter one with this darker pink. So don't worry about the splotches if you see splotches. Were expensive at one point and then they're no longer as expensive. And I think that you may run into a lot of clearance things. I'm quite sure HSN has a reason for doing it. We're always, I know other people complain that we don't have like a 24-hour craft channel. But really you do. It's not on HSN, it's on YouTube. You know, you can just type in whatever you want to find out about craft. And if you want to find out about seam binding books with seam binding, type in seam binding books, and lots of videos will show up. So we do have a craft channel like that, but some people don't like YouTube, so I understand. I didn't realize as many people didn't like specific brands, even though it's like, you know, some people don't like Michael's, so they don't go to Michael's. Some people don't like the Dollar Tree, so they don't go to Dollar Tree. People don't like Chick-fil-A. People don't like Hobby Lobby. I didn't like Joann's when I lived in Mississippi. I just felt like they sucked. The customer service was horrible. You know, it's just a bad experience all the way around. But I like the Joann's here, the one closest to my house, which is 30 minutes away. A lot of stuff, like I said, is far from me, 20, 30 minutes away, depending on traffic. And they have a lot of construction going on. So it's always going to be, I feel like a little kid right there, yeah. You know, it's always going to be something because they are building up our little community. I'm thankful that our community really can't get built up anymore because we live right on the edge, like, so that's good. But it's something to the left of us. They definitely could build something. And a lot of people are kind of concerned that they're building more and more things over here. Which I'm not too concerned about it. I'm just like, yes, I can walk to the store. Like if they put a store on this side of the street where I live, that would be great. The little woman, I can walk to the store versus me having to walk a mile or two to get to the store, which is not a problem. You know, walking is very good for you, and I haven't stayed on it like I'm supposed to. I find that, and maybe if you are a person that does this, you can tell me. If you suffer from pain, I have pain every day in my back and legs, a lot. You know, sometimes I can't stand up. Sometimes I can't walk. I have to like kick out the, see that little circle right there. Sometimes I have to kick, you know, stand up and let whatever has hinged from me sitting down unhinge. So it's harder to do things that I may have done 10 years ago. And I don't, you know, at first I was like, oh, it's because I have extra weight. And I can't say that that is true because I've always had pain. It's just heightened now. And before, when I was pregnant with the little roommate, I didn't have a lot of pain. I had zero pain until, you know, I had pregnancy pain. But after he was born is when I had more pain. So that's kind of strange. I don't want to have any more babies to get rid of my pain though. So that's definitely out of the question. I'll just have to deal with it. So, you know, I've kicked up, I don't say kicked up, but I've started consciously making more moves in my body to see if that would help with the pain, you know, like stretching and doing these crazy stretching poses and things like that. And it helps a lot to, you know, stretch out your bones. But I still have pain. Like I was doing a one stretch and I got kind of like stuck in that stretch for a little bit, which was fine and no big deal. I love how it's just all kind of pink, but two-tony pink. And like I said, I thought that the Spectrum Noir markers would do a little bit better than the Firefly markers. Only because I feel like Spectrum Noir, even though they're off, something's probably wrong with the other colors I haven't checked out. But, you know, I feel like they're a little bit more vibrant. I could be wrong. It could just totally be operator error. Okay, so this is the completed lady. I went in and I did a little bit of streaking on her hair to give her a little bit of different look. I also use my gel pen and went in. You can barely see it. You see it's a little bit of sparkle. And then these peacock eye thingies, I screwed those up. But It's okay. Um, maybe I'll cover it up with something. I don't know. But this is the completed project. I hope that you enjoyed watching with me. I will be coloring more of those ladies. Also, would I buy the book again? No. Maybe. If it's $5, no. If it's less, then yes. Only because I feel like the paper quality is flimsy. Like if it was a little bit more, especially if you go online and purchase a book, it's a lot more. So, I think it was a good deal at $5, but I don't think it's a great deal at five and below for $5. I hope that makes sense. So, let me know what you think in the comment section about this lady. Do you buy coloring books? Let me know that also. Until next time, thank you all for watching. Happy crafting.